What's going on, guys? This is Davis, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Microsoft Surface keyboard, one of the best keyboards I've ever typed in. Let's get into it. Alright, everybody, so we're going to go ahead and start this off with a pro-cons list. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the cons because, trust me, it's a short list. Alright, so the number one con that I've seen with this keyboard is if you take a look over here, we've got some minor staining. It's not even minor, it's actually kind of major. It's pretty disgusting. Some staining on the gray fabric of the keyboard. Now this is a very comfortable material, and I'll get into more into that later. But like I said, doesn't really seem to keep its color all that long. I mean, I've only had this keyboard for 2 or 3 weeks, um, and it's already stained that much. I'm gonna go through and try to clean it in this video, and we'll go ahead and see if that makes much of an effect or if that helps at all. But we'll have to stay tuned for that one. I can't see the future. And the second con that I have is there's some pretty decent flex in this keyboard. So if I go up here and press, I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to keep it as still as possible. Let's go up here. But it's only on the right hand position of the keyboard. Left hand, fine. But the right hand, especially, ooh, that's a really good way to show it right there. You might not be able to see it, but trust me, it is flexing. Now, it's not bad, and the comfort, and that might actually be by design. I'm not sure that it flexes, so that it is a more forgiving surface to type on. But like I said, I'm not really sure if that was intended. I'm going to say probably not, but I guess we could leave that to the benefit of the doubt for Microsoft. Now, I don't think that con is going to be a decision maker. I really don't think that this is going to be something that you should be worried about if you're thinking about purchasing this keyboard, because as I'll get into later, I really do think that this keyboard will last a very long time for anybody that uses it. Alright, let's get into the pros. Now the biggest pro, now this might seem like a duh for a $130 keyboard, but this thing types fantastic. I saw a review that mentioned that it feels like typing on a cloud. Now, I'm not going to go that far because typing on a cloud actually would probably be a pretty shitty experience, because there's no feedback of the cloud. I've always wondered why people use that comparison. It's freaking stupid. But it does type fantastic. Very good key travel. Very good key travel. Very good feedback from the keys. I'm able to type faster on this keyboard. I typically type around 60 words a minute. With this keyboard, after a few weeks practicing, I'm able to get upwards of 70. It doesn't really compare with the cheapo Logitech keyboard I have. That's not really cheap. It's one of their comfort design ones that I have at work. But that's just because I spend 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week at that keyboard. So it's not really all that surprising that I type faster on it. But when I compare it to something like I don't have it close by to show you, but I have an ASIO, I don't know if I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's an ASIO mechanical keyboard, and it's it's alright. It's an off-brand. I think it's got blue switches, off-brand blue switches, but I like the shorter travel of these keys, and I do that. But anyway, pro cons list. It's relatively quiet, and I will do a typing test with my microphone setup to demonstrate how loud it is. And it's not super quiet, but like I said, relatively compared to like a mechanical keyboard or something, you're not going to irritate anybody with this keyboard. Alright. It's also got a number pad. Now, Microsoft sells a very, very, very similar keyboard, and I don't even remember what that one's called. Instead of it being Bluetooth, another con right there, it's Bluetooth. Connectivity seems fine. I don't lose connection. It's got relatively low latency. But anyway, the other one they have has a USB dongle, and it's a little bit cheaper instead of Bluetooth, and I would have went that way if I didn't intend on using it partially with that iPad over there. And the biggest pro for this keyboard is the comfortability. I mentioned that earlier, but oh my gosh, this is just the absolute perfect angle to have your wrist set. At least for me, you know, it feels extremely comfortable to me. I have absolutely nothing to complain about as far as comfortability. It really is quite awesome. Alright, so that was my pro cons list. Now we're going to go right ahead and jump right into the keyboard test. See you there. Alright, now, so for this typing test, we're going to go ahead and open up 10 fast fingers. And I'll go ahead and I will record this and I'll include this video in there. Alright, everybody, so as promised, and I almost forgot to record this part, but as promised, we're going to go through and try to clean this baby up and see what we got here. Now, what I've got is just your standard run-of-the-mill paper towel with some water on it, right? And I've got some good old Dawn dish soap over here to bring out the heavies if we end up needing it. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to end up damaging the fabric or not, but hopefully the water will get it off. So let's see if we can... Yeah, that's not making any difference at all. Okay. We're going to go ahead and try the Dawn. I'm not going to put much on there because I'm not really sure what the adverse effects of this is going to be. Got that Dawn dish soap in there. We're going to mix it all up so we don't just leave giant splots of blue on there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. I think I might just use this side because it'll still have soap and not. Okay, let's give it a shot. It's getting better, I think. Alright, I'm gonna go grab another piece. I'm gonna see what the aftermath is. Alright, yeah, that made absolutely no difference. I'm gonna go ahead and do some research into this, figure out if there is a way to clean this. Maybe there's not, but in the event that I do figure something out, I will go ahead and I'll make a video explaining how to go through and clean this bad boy, because I can imagine this being a problem for a few different people. Anyway, that's all I got in this cut. Alright, everybody, so that was my review on the Microsoft Surface keyboard. Again, fantastic keyboard, but there is a couple of closing notes that I wanted to make that I just thought about in the process of shooting this video. One, if you don't use the home row, if you're not typing with your standard procedure that you learned in, keyboarding class or whatever bullshit you went through, this keyboard's not going to work for you. If you're a hunter and pecker, definitely a no-go. Definitely a no-go. There is no point in getting this keyboard if you use any non-standard way of typing. That is just simply because this keyboard is designed and refined to be used with the home row keys, to be used with your 10-finger standard typing procedure. I don't even remember what that's called. I'm a fucking moron. Why are you guys listening to me? But anyway, it is only going to be good for if you're going to be using the home row. It'll still be a good experience if you buy it, but all I'm saying is that you shouldn't be spending $130 on a keyboard if you're not going to use it right. And that's pretty much all I've got to say. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that I've made your purchase decision. I hope that I've made that a little bit easier for you, so you can take a little bit of a load off. Maybe go have a beer, relax a little bit instead of worrying about what keyboard you're gonna buy. maybe some anti-anxiety medicine. But anyway, that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.